If you've wondered how to grow vegetables in a small backyard, we've got some really good tips here of how you can do it. Start with a raised garden bed, because then you've got a really good accessible working height to which to go from. Then the next thing you're going to need to do is look at the sort of ingredients that go into a raised garden bed. Always use a really premium quality potting mix. This already comes with added fertiliser and water storing crystals, and lots of really good things like peat moss. Then add about a third part of cow manure, and I love adding some perlite too, which this is a lovely ingredient for holding water, and it also holds nutrients really well. Mix that together, and this is very light as well, so if you've got any weight issues, that's a great ingredient to add. Mix it all together and fill your raised beds, and then run over the top with an organic mulch. This is some sugar cane. You could use pea straw, you can use lucerne, but it's full of nitrogen, which is the sort of thing you want when you're growing vegetables, because they're hungry things, and this will break down quickly and feed them as it goes and improve the structure of your soil. So when you've got a raised garden bed, make sure you position it in a full sun position, because vegetables and leafy greens really respond well from lots of sun. If you don't have it in a full sun position, you might want to put it on casters or have some sort of a mobile bed so that it can move around your garden depending on the season and get the most sun possible. Now, choosing your plants. Well, there's lots of things you can choose from, and vegetables and edibles are basically broken up into two areas. There's warm season plants and there's cool season plants. So your warm season plants include things like marrows, so your zucchinis, cucumbers, rock melon, all of those sorts of plants. They also include tomatoes, chilies, eggplant, and herbs like basil and other annual herbs that grow over the warmer seasons. Then you've got your cool season plants, which includes things like cabbages, cauliflowers, Brussels sprouts, and snow peas. So once you've chosen what things you want, then look at whether you want to have some perennials that are there for year round, because most of these cool season or warm season crops are only annuals. But you can get some that are perennials, things like this rosella, which is a type of hibiscus and has an edible fruit. And you can even get some other perennials like this one here. Now this is actually an ornamental and edible sweet potato. So it's got these lovely purple leaves. You can get golden ones as well, but it still gets a tuber that you can dig up and eat. And you can actually eat the new growth of this plant as well. So you can toss it in stir fries or you can have it in salads. In fact, there's lots of plants here that are known for their fruits, but that you can actually also use them as leaves. So for example, zucchinis and cucumbers, you can use the new shoots. Peas and beans as well, you can use the new shoots and add them into salads or stir fries as well. Then don't forget to fill up any pockets with some herbs, because herbs and flowers too are great for companion planting. They're going to attract all sorts of insects, but not the bad guys, the really good guys into your garden. The things like the parasitic wasps, the hoverflies, lacewings, and all of these insects are great for encouraging into your garden, because they eat the ones that eat your plants, so they're great to include. Now, another thing you can do if you're having trouble with insects is get a cover for your garden. So something like this is terrific, because it can easily fold down and be a shade if it's really hot, can be also a frost protection if it's cold, and also keep out insects. But you do want to remember, if you've got something like this and you're growing crops that still need to be pollinated, that you will need to have access for bees at some time as well, or go around with a paintbrush and actually hand pollinate your plants. Over here you can see there's some lovely flowering strawberries, which is another nice way of encouraging bees into the garden. So you get the fruit as well as the flower, and this particular variety is a lovely pink flowering one, so it's highly ornamental. People think veggie gardens can be boring, but there's so many different ingredients that you can put in there. You can have lovely coral leaf lettuces, bright golden leaf lettuces, upright strappy plants like onions, flowering chives, little violets that you can toss through your salad, look lovely growing in a vegetable garden as well. and it can be really ornamental. So even in tight, small spaces, I highly encourage you for trying to grow a kitchen garden.